The American War on Porn: How New Age Verification Laws Could Redefine Your Internet Experience. A digital divide. Imagine logging onto Pornhub from your Texas home, and instead of an array of videos, you're greeted by a single message. Adult film star Cherie DeVille appears on your screen, explaining that you must verify your age through a government ID to proceed. This isn't just a quirky setup for a new ad campaign. It's a stark reality for millions of Americans. Welcome to the age of digital age verification laws, where the battle to protect children online is pushing boundaries and reshaping the internet as we know it. This article explores how these laws are changing the way we use the internet, the broader implications for digital freedom, and what it could mean for the future of online privacy and content access, the new age of digital surveillance. When checking out the latest trends online, the last thing you expect is to be asked for your ID. Yet that's exactly what's happening across multiple U.S. states. In 2023, several U.S. states, including Arkansas, Mississippi, and Utah, implemented laws requiring age verification for accessing pornography. This initiative, aimed at shielding minors from explicit content, has resulted in states being blocked from accessing major pornographic websites like Pornhub. From Texas to Virginia, the movement is gaining momentum. These laws demand that every visitor to adult sites proves they are over 18, creating a digital landscape that many argue infringes on personal privacy and free expression. But this is just the beginning. With states like North Carolina and Montana joining the fray in early 2024, the U.S. is quickly becoming a patchwork of digital borders, potentially shutting off access to one of the internet's most visited websites for millions. The battle over the internet's free speech. Could a simple ID check be the first step towards a dystopian digital landscape where every click is monitored? Supporters of these laws argue that just as we check IDs to buy cigarettes, age verification on adult websites is a common-sense step to protect children. Terry Schilling from the American Principles Project insists, "We don't think kids should be able to access the amount of pornography they can today." The aim is straightforward: shield the young from potentially harmful content. However, critics see a darker side. Civil liberties advocates like Evan Greer of Fight for the Future warn that these measures are a slippery slope to broader censorship. They argue that requiring IDs could suppress free speech and limit access to information on critical topics like sex education and LGBTQ+ issues. This is the canary in the coal mine, Greer says, emphasizing that these laws could be a prelude to more extensive internet censorship. The safety paradox. While some cheer for the protection of children, are we inadvertently driving them to more dangerous corners of the internet? Proponents of age verification laws cite concerns over the dangers of early exposure to pornography, linking it to issues like sexual violence and unrealistic sexual expectations. Organizations like the National Center on Sexual Exploitation, NCOSE, argue that such content can be a public health crisis. Yet the scientific consensus is far from settled. Studies on the impact of pornography on youth behavior are inconsistent, with many highlighting biases and lack of rigorous evidence. Critics argue that these laws, by pushing users away from regulated sites, might drive them to darker, less safe parts of the web. Bob Cunningham from the International Center for Missing and Exploited Children suggests these mandates may inadvertently drive children towards more dangerous online environments, both on the clear and dark web. The technological tug-of-war. Could the answer lie in a technology many of us use daily, or are we heading towards a surveillance state? In response to growing concerns, some propose a shift from website-based age verification to device-based solutions. Imagine your smartphone or computer automatically verifying your age without sharing personal information. This method, supported by experts and some advocacy groups, could be a safer, less intrusive way to protect minors. Device-based verification could ensure that age checks are built into the technology we use daily, enhancing privacy and security. However, this approach faces resistance. Critics argue that it shifts the burden from content providers to tech companies like Apple and Google, who might be reluctant to take on such a role. Terry Schilling from the American Principles Project counter-argues, why should Apple have the responsibility to protect children from porn? It's not Apple's problem, this is Pornhub's problem. The global implications. As the U.S. sets the pace, could similar laws spread worldwide, altering the internet's landscape forever? The debate over age verification in the U.S. is reverberating globally. The UK's Online Safety Act and the proposed Kids Online Safety Act in the U.S. are just the beginning. These laws could set a precedent, influencing regulations worldwide. Critics argue that such regulations could lead to widespread censorship, impacting not just adult content but also crucial educational resources on sex and sexuality. Richie Levy from the Woodhull Freedom Foundation warns, "We're in the midst of a huge backlash around sex and sexuality, and we should be extremely cautious about policing sexuality online." The concern is that these laws might not just protect children but also stifle free speech, limit access to essential information, and reinforce conservative moral agendas. The road ahead. As the Supreme Court prepares to review the age verification laws, the future of online privacy and freedom hangs in the balance. The question remains, can we protect children without sacrificing the open and free internet we cherish? The debate is far from over, and the decisions made in the coming months will shape the digital landscape for generations to come. If you found this exploration into the impact of age verification laws on the internet intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Share your thoughts on whether these laws are a necessary safeguard or a step too far. Let's keep the conversation going and ensure that the internet remains a place of free expression and safety for all. Feel free to share this article with others who might be interested in the future of digital freedom and privacy. Stay tuned for more updates and discussions on how technology is reshaping our lives.